would it be fair for me to say making Keegan Bradley the Ryder Cup captain for Team USA was a gigantic mistake?
Why?
Okay.
What?
Yes.
No,
now here's
not fair to say.
Okay, let me tell you why. Because we all saw Full Swing season 1. We saw the heartbreak moment where Keegan Bradley was just devastated by not being chosen to be on the Ryder Cup team. And he said, I got to get back to work. I got to be playing better. I don't want to be like on the cusp of a maybe pick. I want to be locked in. I want to be dialed. We all cried with them, the whole thing. I mean, it was devastating to see that part of Full Swing. I felt like because of that spotlight and everything around it, and them realizing that he is a talent and he's sort of becoming sort of a tour veteran at this point, that they're like, you know what? He is right. I think he would be a good vibe. Let's make him a captain. That way, no matter how he plays, he's there. He's in the mix. He is a part of the Ryder Cup team. And I'm not saying that like it was a charity handout. I'm just saying that it really forced them to give him a second look and really wanted to make sure he was included. Well, fast forward, now we have Keegan Bradley playing some of the best golf he's played in a very, very long time. Taking now his second win on the tour, where at this point, I think he is a prime selection as a player in the Ryder Cup. I don't even think he's like a handout. I don't think he's like a courtesy exemption. I think we need a guy like Keegan Bradley playing on the Ryder Cup team. And now he has this sort of captaincy position. And as the conversation gets brought up and in various interviews, they're asking him, well, what if you do end up playing? He's like, well, I do have some great assistant captains. You know, we got Jim Furyk. We've got, whatever, all these guys. And it's like, was it potentially a mistake making him the captain of the Ryder Cup team if we could have had a crystal magic ball to know that he was going to be playing this level of golf, handed to somebody else who could focus on the captain position full time, who's not a potential player in the Ryder Cup, and let Keegan Bradley focus on going out there and getting us points in the Ryder Cup? That is my thought, my take, why I think quite possibly it is turning out to be a giant mistake to make him the captain of the Ryder Cup team.
I have a question off of that.
All right.
Okay. Can he do both? Or is that like an unwritten rule?
I have a comment on this. I just saw an interview with Keegan, and when they picked him as captain, they said to him, we want you to be the first player captain since Arnold Palmer. So that's already, when they made that selection, they already had that in mind, and they want him to play. And that was in the press tour, the press conference after the Travelers.
So that was a little reveal, because that wasn't announced early on. And here's the thing. It's tough to announce that early on. You got to go out and play. You got to get the wins, and then you can say that. It's tough to be like, hey, I've had another sort of, kind of middle of the road year, but they did tell me they want me to play. I don't know.
I think it would be a different story if it was someone like Max Homa, like where you see the potential. He's a good golfer, but just hasn't been getting it done.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing, I saw a ranking that was listed. I saw somebody do a clip on it. And so I get now, Dan, I'm going to lean on you a bunch for a bunch of questions, but I guess so there's 10 people that play in the Ryder Cup. Is that correct?
Is it 12?
Is it 12? Okay. So, 12. And then of the 12, like the top 5 people are like automatically locked in, and then the captain picks the other ones or something. Is that how it works?
Yeah, or is it 16? Is it 8 and 8? Somebody look it up quick. But you're right. There's the first half of the group is decided by world golf rankings if you are from the United States or if you're, European. And then the others are captain's picks. And that's where they can go outside of world rankings, which is important because as we see like live golf players who are currently not getting world golf ranking points other than when they play in majors, these guys, like a Bryson DeChambeau, his ranking does not compare to what it probably should be because he's only getting points in majors and not, all his other great work in golf. So those captain's picks, especially now with the divided tours, are extremely important.
The cool thing though is with the dividing of everything, I think Keegan's like right on that cusp. So he would have to pick himself, yes, but he's like, if it's 5 or if it's 6, whatever it is, he falls right there on that cusp right now.
I think now he's a lock because they just said he just moved to number 7 after that win. And if you remove the European players that are ahead of him, like for example, Rory's number 2, so he wouldn't count against the top U.S. players eligible for the automatic lock. So I think at this point that he is like locked. I believe he doesn't have to be like a captain's self pick. Like, and the next,
how awkward would that be? Like, you know,
I award
like,
this to me. Yes.
So we got 12 players per team. So we were right on that. 12.
Okay.
6 top 6, and then 6 captain's picks.
So I guess whatever that deadline is, whenever like it is determined that the World Golf Rankings of this day is when the Ryder Cup team is chosen. So as long as he stays where he's at, to me, it sounds like he's a lock. He's not even like a self pick.
That's awesome.
I want to see Ben Griffin on that team.
It was kind of fun in the Travelers too. Did you notice at the very end? I don't know if you heard the crowd, but the crowd was all chanting like USA and stuff like that when he was going against Tommy. It was like, oh.
And what I will say is I do feel like there is some U.S. Ryder Cup team momentum right now.
Yes.
I mean, at this point, we have 2 of the 3 majors so far this year are potential Team USA players. And then again, you know, our Keegan Bradley, our captain, out taking another win. I don't know. To me, that feels really good.
Which is fun to bring up because the momentum that was in Sunday's Medina Ryder Cup, like it was USA for hours because we had such a lead, which then just progressively evolved into ole, and we're like, no. And that motivation's
gone.
Goodbye.
I tell you, I'm so excited about this Ryder Cup. Like, I think it's going to be so much fun. Like, and you're exactly right. And we got people. Bryson's playing some great golf right now, so you know he's going to be there. Like, I mean, Scotty is just crushing all of the time. He is in the hunt every single week. Every week.
And it doesn't matter. He could be T24 and you still have to worry about him because here he comes, just hunting down. It's just climbing the leaderboard, even like over the weekend at the Travelers, it's like Scotty's 4 back. It's like, no, Scotty's in contention.
And what you say, like Bryson was the most exciting opening to any Ryder Cup with his eagle on that par 4.
Oh, talk about setting
grabs
the vibe.
His putter on the tee.
Which is just soul crushing.
So here's the list that our famous GPT gave us.
All right.
It says Scotty's already locked in being world number 1. Xander Schauffele, solid performance across majors and big events. These are the likely automatic qualifiers.
Okay.
JJ Spawn, U.S. Open champion, doing great. Russell Henley,
Henley,
sorry.
Yep.
Consistent top finishers there. Bryson DeChambeau likely in the top 6, which I saw that the other thing I saw them lock him in is one of the automatics. So how great is he playing that he's getting enough points and he's on live, you know? Then you got JT, regular top 10 contender. We know that he won just a couple weeks ago. So those are the tops, the likely locked-ins. Then the captain picks, they've got Keegan Bradley, Patrick Cantley, Brooks Koepka, and then he's got kind of a big list. And this is kind of the questions. Some Tony Finau, Sam Burns, Cameron Young, Daniel Berger, Jordan Spieth, you know.
I just pulled up the OWGR to take a look at the week 25 top 10.
Love it.
Of the top 10, 7 of them are U.S. players. Of the top 8, 7 of them are U.S. players.
Only one's Rory, right?
Yes.
So Rory's the only one that's mattering right now?
Well, I mean, they're going to take the top 6 European players. They're just not all in the top 10 in the world. So we go Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, and then back to, so Rory being, you know, the first European player, and then we're going to go a bunch of U.S. Xander, JT, Colin Morikawa, Russell Henley, Keegan Bradley. So right now, Keegan is number 7. Remove Rory out of 2 because he's going to be on European team. That puts Keegan in the auto lock 6 as of right now. I guess we need to take a look at
changes every week.
What is the date? You know, the cutoff date. And then right after Keegan Bradley, JJ Spawn is number 8 in the world. And then we have Sepp Straka and Victor Hovland, obviously both locks for the European Ryder Cup team. Just absolute locks.
Then how about like Brooks Koepka though? Because he's not anywhere on that list.
I don't think he's playing good enough, to be honest.